Hi everyone, my name is Sineyda Ortiz. I will be your yoga instructor for today's practice. I have been working here at the Maverick Activity Center for 6 years. I am excited that you will be joining us today. Start by finding a comfortable sitting position, sitting through your sitting bones, lengthening your spine, engaging your rib cage, engaging those abdominal muscles by slowly breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. If you feel comfortable, feel free to close your eyes. If not, you can leave them open. Slowly start to breathe in, slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Slowly inhale, exhale, allowing your mind and your body to get in tune with your breath. Slowly breathing in, slowly breathing out. Slowly start to open your eyes. Placing our hands to the outside of our body. Inhale, arms up. Slowly exhale, arms down as you're pressing down the air. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Follow that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting your left hand. Taking it to one side. Lifting the opposite hand. Taking it to the opposite side. We're going to continue doing this movement as we focus on our breath. Lengthen through our spine. Slowly breathe in, breathe out. Really reach towards the opposite side of the room. Finding your breath. Coming back to center. We're going to take the opposite wrist to the opposite knee. So taking our left hand and just giving ourselves a small turn. Turning to the opposite side. Finding that little twist within your core. Continue to breathe. Coming back to center. From center here, we are going to unwind from our sitting position, and we are going to go into a tabletop position. As we go to tabletop position, we are going to spread out our hands like starfish, pressing those fingertips and our outside of our hand, not so much on our wrist. That way we relieve some pressure from our wrist. So we're going to start with our cat and cow pose here. We're going to drop the belly, taking the eyesight straight towards the front, and then we're going to round our back. Slowly inhale. Slowly exhale. Continue to breathe in and exhale on out. As you are exhaling, you want to pretend like you're pushing the mat away from you and then dropping the belly. And as you drop the belly, by one vertebrae at a time, look up, and then looking towards your quad muscles, tucking that chin in, slowly breathing in, breathing out, warming up the spine as we're going to move to our yoga practice. From here, as we come to tabletop position, we're going to place the top of our feet onto the mat. And we're going to extend that left hand like we're going to give someone a handshake. Then we are going to take the right hand, and it's like we're shutting a door. Finding that balance, engaging that belly button towards your spine, slowly coming back to center, really reaching towards the opposite side of the room and really kicking on the back and having that foot flex. Coming back to center, slowly breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Finding that rhythm of your breath as you do this movement. If you feel a little wobbly, that's okay. You can set your foot down to bring more balance. And over time, as you continue your yoga practice and your yoga journey, the balance just continues to get better with practice. Coming back to center. From here, we are going to curl our toes, placing our hands onto the mat, and we're going to go into our first downward dog. As we are here in our first downward dog, we're going to start by pedaling slowly, one knee in at a time, like you're walking the dog, slowly breathing in, slowly breathing out. From here, we can set it back down, taking a nice deep breath as we're going to move to the going into downward dog. We are going to take that right leg up, keeping that hip in, bending that right leg, and we're going to take that right foot in the middle of our feet. From here, find that balance. Inhale, going into warrior one. Catch your breath and refocus. Take it into warrior two, taking that back foot into a 90-degree angle, slowly lengthening the arms at shoulder level, bringing the shoulders down, softening the gaze right in front of those fingertips in front of you. Slowly breathe in, slowly breathe out. From here, we are going to reach forward, taking it up, going into that reverse warrior. Inhale, exhale. You can also keep your hand onto your hip if you wish. And then slowly exhale, going back into that warrior two. Making sure that knee is stacked with the ankle. Slowly breathe in, slowly breathe out. From here, we're going to bring that arms up and move again that leg, that left leg, and slowly exhale as we go down back into that plank position. From the plank position, you can bring the knees down, the top of your feet onto the mat, go all the way down. As we are here, slowly inhale, lift up that chest, slowly exhale. Inhale once again, keeping that belly button onto the mat, and slowly exhale. Pressing those hands, coming up, going back into that tabletop position. Or you can go straight into that downward dog. Your choice, your practice. I'm just giving you as many options as possible. Curling the toes once again, going back into that downward dog position, bringing one knee in and one knee out. Slowly inhale the left leg, exhale, bending that knee, bringing that left leg in the middle of your hands, or you can assist your leg to come in between your hands. Slowly inhale, breathing in, breathing out, engaging the core. Head is aligned with the spine. Slowly inhale, exhale. Reset your breath and refocus. Beautiful, great job. From here, we're going to take that leg to the opposite side. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to reach, softening the gaze in between our fingertips in the front, looking towards the sky. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Bringing that hand down, turning that back leg towards the front, going back into our warrior one. Drifting down the fingertips onto our mat, taking that leg up. You can come into that plank position, bring the knees down, however works best with you and your body. Slowly inhale, lifting that chest. Exhale, bringing that chest down. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Bring it back down. From here, we're going to push our hands, and we are going to come to that tabletop position once again. We are going to take the knee to the outside of the mat, and our big toes are going to meet. From here, we're going to take our glutes towards the back heels of our feet, placing the hands onto the mat, placing our forehead onto the mat, or the option of stacking your forearms and placing your forehead on top of the arms. From here, I want you to take the time to reset and reconnect with your breath. Slowly breathing in, breathing out. Giving yourself all the time that you need to be in this very relaxed position. We're going to bring those knees in, bringing the hands in, coming back into that tabletop position. And from our tabletop position, we are going to go again into our downward dog. Curling the toes, coming back up, slowly breathe in, slowly breathe out. Lifting that right leg, bending that right knee. We're going to take that right knee between our hands. From here, you can take the forearms and place them onto the mat, or you can bring your arms up, slowly breathing in, breathing out, feeling that nice stretch on our gluteus area by our legs. Slowly breathe, inhale, exhale. From here, we are going to take our glutes and we're going to set them onto the mat. And as we set our glutes onto the mat, we are going to square this leg on the mat, and then we're going to square this leg right here. So you should see a square in front of you and a square in the back, that 90-degree angle. From here, we are going to take our hands and we're going to go towards the front, feeling that nice stretch throughout our hips. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Giving ourselves here the time that we need to feel that stretch within our muscles. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Bring our hands back up. From here, we are going to take a push with our hands, coming back again into. Keeping our knee here, we're going to curl the toes, coming back up into that downward dog. Now we're going to take the left leg up, left knee bent, taking that left knee between our hands. Slowly breathing in, breathing out. You can keep the forearms here, keeping that head aligned with the spine, or keeping our hands up. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Taking the glutes and drop them to that one side. We're going to take that leg out into that 90 degree. And both legs once again into that 90 degree. Here, we can just take our arms towards the front, or inhale, exhale, drift those hands down. Feeling that stretch by your IT band, by your gluteus area, by your hip muscles. This is a really good stretch to loosen up the hips. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Taking your time here, a couple of breaths, no rush. Bringing those hands back in, taking that leg back, pushing off with those hands, coming back into that downward dog. As we are here in this downward dog position, we are going to walk our hands towards, or we're going to walk our feet towards our hands. And then from here, we're going to inhale, arms come up, exhale, swan dive, leading with your heart. Inhale once again, slowly exhale. When we are here, we are going to place all the weight of our body onto the heels of our feet. We're going to press through our toes, through the ground. We're going to drop our head. And as we drop our head here, we're going to let our arms go, grab opposite elbow with opposite hand, and we're going to go from right to left, very gently and slowly as we breathe in and breathe out. Letting go of your head, nodding yes, nodding no, from left to right. Releasing our arms, pressing through the heels of our feet. Inhale, coming right up, bringing the hands together, placing the thumbs by our heart. Slowly breathe in, breathe out. If you feel a little dizzy, give yourself some time here. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. I'm going to shake it off here, and we're going to go into our tree pose, which is one of the good poses that I really like for balance. We're going to start off with that left leg, placing the heel and the weight onto that body. And then we're going to slowly inhale, arms come up. And as our arms come up, you're going to bring them heart center. You can place the right foot, making sure that knee's towards the opposite side of the room. This is one of your options here today. If you're feeling adventurous, we're going to lift that leg up just a tiny bit. Find that area to focus right in front of you, finding that balance. And slowly inhale, slowly exhale. If you want to grow some branches, you're more than welcome to. Extending out those fingertips. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Bringing it back down. Bringing that knee towards the front. And now we're going to release and move that ankle around. With our next one, whatever we do to the left side, we're going to do to the right or vice versa. We're going to bring that right foot, place all the weight onto that foot, and then slowly inhale, slowly exhale, bringing it in, finding that balance, taking the hip bones towards the front, knee towards the outside, slowly inhale, and exhale. Find that balance, And remember, one side might be different than the other. Slowly coming up, breathing in, breathing out. Lifting up the arms if you feel like it. If not, you can keep your hands by your waist. Find that focus point right in front of you. You're doing great. Hang on. And then slowly inhale. Bring it back down. Stretching out that leg. As we are towards the front, we are going to take our feet out into a triangle position. We're going to take those hip bones and we're going to take those hip bones back. And then slowly placing those hands onto the mat. If the hands are not quite there, that's okay, the fingertips. We're going to drop the shoulders. Slowly breathing in, breathing out. Slight bend on those knees. My knees are not fully locked, but they have a slight bend in them. So keeping that in mind, we are going to walk our hands towards that right side. Breathing in, breathing out. Engaging your breath. Feeling that nice stretch along the side of your hamstrings. Slowly coming back to center. Really pressing those heels onto the mat. If you would like, you can also take the head and let it go right in the center, feeling that nice stretch all throughout your hamstrings or on the back of your legs. Slowly walking your hands to the opposite side. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Coming back to center. As we come to center, we're going to press those hands onto the mat. You can also bend your knees if need to. And then slowly start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Pretend like you have all the time in the world here. Taking your time. Your head and your hair is the last thing that comes up. Coming back. Bringing those feet together here. And as we bring those feet together, we're going to inhale. And then slowly exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. And then exhale on out. We're going to lift the left arm, taking the right hand, grabbing onto that left arm. We're going to grab that wrist and we're going to take it to that right side, or vice versa, whichever arm you're working on. We're going to still do the other side. Coming back to center, releasing the arms. Inhale once again, grabbing the opposite hand. Looking towards the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back to center, releasing those arms. From here, we're going to walk towards the end of our mat. And as we walk towards the end of our mat, we're going to inhale, arms come up, exhale, drape down those fingertips, going into or walking our hands into that downward dog. From our downward dog here, we're going to inhale, taking our feet up, coming into the ball of our feet, and then slowly try to take the heels of our feet onto the mat, and then taking that chest towards your quad muscles. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Bringing down those knees. We're going to crisscross our ankles, coming into that sitting position. We are going to face towards the front. And as we face towards the front here, going to inhale, slowly exhale. Sitting up nice and straight. We're going to do a little bit of meditation, or you can choose to end your practice with Savasana. So this moment is for you, the next few minutes. You can either lay down onto your mat, or you can choose to sit down on your mat. So from here, we're going to roll the shoulder blades back, closing our eyes or keeping our eyes open. Take the hands to the outside. And if you're laying down, you can just take the palms towards the sky. Start to take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Breathe in, breathe out. If your mind starts to wander on the next thing that you're going to do, try to be present in the moment. Focus on how you're sitting, how you're laying down, how are you breathing. It's your eyes relaxed. It's your face relaxed. Slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Inhale, slowly exhale. Continue to breathe. Notice how your abdominals, your belly rises and calms down as you take each breath. If you're laying on the ground, start to move your fingertips one at a time, slowly moving your toes. Rolling to one side, keeping the eyes closed if you wish. Coming into that sitting position. You can slowly start to open your eyes. From here, we're going to inhale, exhale, bringing our hands heart center. And with this, we conclude today's practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today for your yoga practice. I hope you got a good stretch within your muscles. If not, I hope you worked on your breath by relaxing and letting go some of the everyday thoughts that we have. Thank you.